Welcome back, guys. Welcome to Match Analysis. Yeah, for episode 6. It was a great one. Yeah, I can tell you that this was the most exciting episode so far this season, season 2, because the talent on show was great. The football on show was great. I lost my voice that day speaking about that one, but as usual, I'm not the only one in the studio here today. We'll be bringing someone here to speak about this one. Is the teacher also coming back in this one? We'll be introducing him very soon as we get down into this one. It was the episode 6 of the Journey Minis as we're looking for that 6th champion. 2 more episodes to go after this one. But remember, as usual, life is a game. Press play. Welcome back, guys. Still Match Analysis. I did tell you that there's someone here in the studio. I call that name the teacher, and it's that man, Imaji Farano, a certified coach, EAFC coach. Here to give us his knowledge. Imaji, welcome to the studio. It's always great seeing you. And today, I think we're going to have a lot of fun because this one is really going to be very interactive between me and you. Well, looking at this tournament as a whole, what will you say? I did say at the beginning that I felt this was the most interesting episode so far this season. Well, do you share that same view based on the matches you were able to watch?
So first of all, it's lovely to be back. This is going to be a thrilling episode for us, and I watch a lot of games. Final, semi-final, all fast-paced and entertaining, if I may say so.
It's really great because I think we're also seeing from last year. I thank God for what we've been able to do in terms of tournament as a whole. But we've been able to also to bring gamers from outside Lagos to even participate here. And another case here was that one between Guru was also here for the first time to compete here in the nest. Speaking about Guru himself, what will you say stands out about him as a player? Because I know when I saw you at another event, you're saying that he's one of your favorite players to watch right now. We'll just speak about Guru a little bit.
Alright, so Guru. So this is a backstory. So Guru spent like a month with Fola, and whatever happened in that 1 month transformed Guru to
whatever he is right now.
Like he's moving crazy. Like Guru normally is Abuja based.
Yeah.
You barely get to see him play. Like I'm happy that he's in Lagos.
To show his talent.
He's playing tournaments all over the place, But the reason why I like his gameplay is you can see the transition from like the defense to the offense, and you can't really pinpoint where he's going to end that. And it's not so fast, not so slow, but the way he builds up, everybody's just running into the box, and is a goal fest for him.
We'll be diving into that more in depth when we bring that match between Guru and Zadok. That man, the episode 8 champion from season 1. But the first one I want us to kick off with is, I just say maybe it's an OG versus an OG. Some people might know that man Wolevation against Mr Oga, Mr Lagos, Mr Original. He say, well, for this game, would you say both of them have similar style? Because I would say, for one thing, I would say is people know Wole a lot for his offense, but the defensive play he also exhibits also when it comes to gaming is something that is not really spoken about. Will you say both of them have similar style of play?
So I've played both of them. I've played Wole in like 2 finals. I played Oga for a very long period of time, so I can probably say their gameplay is quite similar. They tend to build up slowly from behind, and then when they get to the final third, then they try and take more risk. That's how both of them are. They are kind of disciplined in a way. They are not risk takers like other people, like non-ex and the Manzos. And they are methodical, they are old school. They don't want to make any mistake and build up and try and get into the box.
It's really quite interesting because this game, it was so many things happening. you would have thought that one opponent would have lost this one.
Yeah.
But in the end, it still switched up. But right from the get-go, we spoke about it's the first goal in 25 minutes, short corner. This one from I think we've been speaking a lot about the corner routine when it comes to gaming itself. But the short corner is actually being maximized properly right now. This one I was more critical about what Oga tried to do with the AI defending when Wale had gotten to the box. Where I thought if you had used manual defending, you could have been able to cover that last passing lane before the ball got to Kunya in that position. But did you have a different opinion on that one?
So me, like being a pro, there are some things you just have to know, which is if somebody is taking a corner kick and he doesn't take the direct corner, he's trying to pass his way into your box, team press. First thing first, team press. You know, get the team to try and pressure your opponent.
Yeah.
Don't make it easy for him. Make it as hard as possible. Because like as soon as he passed the ball, he didn't make up to 3 passes into the box before he scored the goal. I was really disappointed by that. It's too easy and cheap.
Even just speaking about the teams that both of them use, for the first time in a while, we have Brazil back in the game. How exciting!
I'll be honest, like, I saw Brazil and I'm looking at, is this guy influenced by the World Cup? Is he influenced by Vini or is he supporting Brazil?
Or is he the Ancelotti or bringing it into the game?
I don't know what's going on, like, because like 95 rated is a different game mode on its own. So there are some teams that we'll call meta teams, and there's some things like we'll just say, okay, because even if he's 95 rated, like body type still matters. So when I saw Brazil, I'm like, maybe he's just a fan, and maybe it's to come to.
It's really quite interesting, this one, because I see that Brazil team, you spoke about Vini. Funny enough, this man, he didn't even Vinicius.
I saw him using Neymar.
It was Neymar, Cunha, Luis Enrique on the left, with Rafinha at the other end. Sorry, Ryan at the other end. So removing, usually even if it's just normal kickoff, once you see Vini and Rafinha, you're not removing them from your team. So it's really quite interesting. I didn't want to see there. I'll get your opinion. You mentioned the World Cup in that one, but after that one, there was a chance for Wale in this one in the 50th minute here, and he stopped an attack at the other end when Oga was trying to. There was more of a dominant half for Wale in this one in the first half, where he was able to hold Oga. But for this chance in that 50th minute, there was a good interception from Gabriel before hitting on the counter. He had triggered Fabio to go forward, the CM in that position. By the time he recycled the ball back into the middle, the ball almost passed through the keeper's leg.
So what you're saying was like a team for almost all the games. I don't know whether it's a bug or a glitch where they shoot ball across
it's the keeper. Is this how it's going in or it's just going out?
It was really weird.
I really don't understand why, because when it comes to those kind of situations, you can't say, is this game after my life? In a semi-final crunch moment like that, where you know everything is on the line. But Wale wasn't able to take that chance. But the next thing we did see was a well-timed through ball, as you clearly noted in this one.
Yes.
To Ryan before that chip. With the confidence, the nastiness to take that chip at that moment. Don't explain that goal in total.
So right before the through ball, Oga did an offside trap.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing with doing offside traps, like in the middle of the pitch. I don't advise doing offside trap in the middle of the pitch. To me, you do the offside trap if your opponent is running down the byline and he's facing away from your goalpost. Not if he's facing directly. Like, I play some pros and some friends, and if you do the offside trap, they will beat the offside trap before you even. Yeah, it's crazy. So he did the offside trap, but Wale was like quick enough to pick out the pass to the wings, and Chip was like the perfect option.
I don't know. You're speaking about even about the offside trap, team press and all. Sometimes I do in the middle of the pitch too, even on the team press, to try and congest my opponent before they even try and get past the halfway line. But once they've done that, I clearly put it off so that my teammates are back in the right position, so everywhere is not scattered. And from this point, I did say that Wole was dominant in that first half, trying to pin Oga back without Oga having a reply for that one. But it's the Arsenal spirit. It's never give up. it's Oga with that Arsenal team saying we won the league this season. I clearly want to get to the final again. We saw this one. Yeah, obviously, a bounce back. Something that we've been complaining about in this one. The ball getting back to that easy that man before getting the great cross and a nice finish in that one.
You need a little bit of luck, like whatever it is, real life game, anything. You need luck, you know. So you had that luck with the bounce back and capitalized on it and he scored. And you just have to have this mentality to never give up in anything you are doing. And if you look at the game, Oga, he was on that frequency.
It's really quite interesting how the game can switch up in terms of how momentum is. How do you manage momentum when it's 2-1 to make sure that your opponent is not getting back in it? What exactly are you advising gamers to do at that moment? Do they have to try and keep the ball for like the next 5 minutes, or what exactly is the meta or skill to do that to make sure that you are not conceding after losing just one goal?
So there are habits, right? So I'll start with that. There are some habits you have which is detrimental to you as a pro, which is one, you are leading 2-0, you concede 2-1, you have the kickoff. So you have to be intentional about moving the ball and building up. But you are so carefree and you lose the ball like in the first few seconds, and you're just giving your opponent the momentum to carry the ball and try and score you again. And that's what happened to Wole. Wole was in the driver's seat of this game till like the 65th minute till Akin scored. And all of a sudden, everything changed when he scored, because he didn't even slow down the game or just try and pause and take a breather and try and realize, okay, what's going wrong in this game. He just kept on going. Maybe he felt like he was in control, but clearly not.
Really kind. I just say something to people. You know how the pad vibrates sometimes. I don't think that vibration from the pad gets.
People play with vibration.
They play with vibration. So it's really, I feel those kind of things sometimes even get into your own body, because you are shivering at those moments when you're supposed to lock this down. As he clearly said, this one now, Wole wasn't able to hold it down and lock things at the back. And Oga in this one, where yes, they were talking about these players being just single players, but the double triangle is part of the metals that have been introduced into the game, and that was a perfect use of that one. Good recycling to get back into the wings at that one before that goal to come in. But for you, how would you have said that Wole could have defended that scenario better?
Honestly, like, Oga had too many options. And the pass didn't seem threatening. You know the way it is when you're building up and you have to cover certain areas. There are some positions you don't even want your opponent to get
to be at all.
Because if he's there, like, you're in a lot of trouble. And he picked the perfect pass, double triangle. If he didn't use double triangle, that pass is not going anywhere. And then he shot the ball across, and then he went through. I think he went to the keeper's. It's
really, really good, because this one now, this game wasn't on the main stage, and I'm very sure that if it was on the main stage, it should have thrown this place into chaos. The next during the event. But after this, I was speaking with Wole after this match. He was saying he was thinking that he had forgotten that this game wasn't going to extra time. He said if he had known that it was straight to penalties, that he would have maybe tried to kill the game, or even maybe hold things better for Mr. Oga not to get that last goal. But you labeled this last one crazy goal and never give up spirit. You just give up what you were experiencing watching Oga come back in this one in that 87th minute.
I really liked the build up, because before the pass that led to the goal, it kind of tricked him, because he made a back pass to the same player.
Yeah.
It's like a 1-2 to the same player. And that created a very tiny opening.
Yeah, because the fullback at that moment just came out and he returned the pass, and next thing you're seeing that it's almost similar to how Wale scored the goal from the corner, just passing to someone in the box, and the last finish. And with this one, it was a really, really great game, end to end. Well, I think would you say that gamers have while obviously there are some games that you blow out certain opponents, but you say when is this level of position, it's mainly as if you have your own first half, I have my second half. Will you say that's how this game kind of looked out in total view?
Okay, so for me, I feel like FIFA football, you have a chance because of the time, right? You can start the first half and play dog shit, you can play rubbish, and you pick up in the second half. Like, look at this game. They dominated Oga throughout the first half, leading into the second half, but he picked up and he was able to come back. So far there's time on the clock, you can change whatever scenario it is.
Time on the clock, because there were just 3 minutes in that game for Wale to hold it down and probably get into penalties. He might have had better luck, because Oga this season has lost twice on penalties here in the nest. That one also very notable was that one against King Nonex where in episode 4 where he did not get someone that one on penalties, but Oga was able to grind that goal out, saying that yes, Arsenal must be representative here in that final. We bring you the second semi-final next. So is it? I feel sick trying to say that, but London will always be blue, as we all know. We'll be back with the second semi-final very soon. Usual, stay tuned. Now remember, life is a game. Press play. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's still match analysis. It was great speaking about that one. That first match between Wolevation and Mr. Oga. I did say that man, Mr. Oga, was moving different. As Arsenal won the league now, it's the kind of level of shoulder pad you can say, Imaji, from that man, Mr. Oga. But this next game that we're moving into is, I could say this was the match of the episode, or even top 2 of the matches.
My favorite game.
It was so exciting. But what did you see in total in this game that you say, okay, because I think we still even need to speak about that man Zadok, because I heard he wasn't really playing even before these tournaments, but I think when there's class. You can't take away that. But what did you see about this game that was quite interesting for you?
You said he wasn't really playing as Cap. The guy is good. It's too good. He made Guru track a lot of runs like, throughout this entire game. Like, Guru had to track runs. Now, Guru is using co-op camera. Like, for people like me that use telebroadcast, I have to use the radar most of the time. So I guess it was quite easy for Guru to see those runs and track them. And it was a very fast-paced game, very entertaining. So let's dive in.
As you said, let's dive into this one, because from the 12th minutes we always speak about good recycling, because as much as it's simple to say recycle the ball, knowing when to even turn and release the ball to the next person is really, very important. I do think that Zadok defended this scenario better, but it's just a case of better attack against that defense. I was able to get that first goal in this one. Was there anything you saw in that first goal that you say, okay, maybe Zadok could have done better?
Interesting. So I'll say it again. There are some situations you would not want your opponent to be in, especially when you're defending. And Guru was in his box. First thing first, when somebody's in your box, that's like fry pan. That's hot all you. You have to guess at every point in time. And Guru was patient, and he made him pay. It's very hard to defend when somebody's in your box in this game. I don't like it. It's
really very, very entertaining about this one. Well, I was outside here listening to what people had to say. When Guru scored, there are certain people who call here, we call them the better boys. Those are the guys that actually, those are the guys that they're sad about Zadok conceding that goal because
Okay.
yeah, they brought Zadok here to come and compete. They're telling her. They're saying it in Yoruba, meaning that Guru is not good. Yeah, Zadok will come back. And before we could say anything here, Zadok immediately kick off. You mentioned fast-paced game before, and we saw that from him in this one, getting that goal. That scenario, we say it's just a case of good attack.
Man, like there are some players that are risk takers, and Zadok is one of them. He's very fast-paced. He's willing to take risks. He's willing to put you in uncomfortable situations, and that's exactly what he did. But it's a kickoff. But you see, you can't go regardless. It's 50 kickoffs to score. Like nobody.
Because this one, the ball even did go through the legs. Also, but after that, we saw you mentioned end-to-end before, and this game we saw another one counter-attack goal from that man Guru in 28 minutes. But you noted something very, very interesting. I would say when it comes to defending this game, if you're just even getting into the game, you need to learn defending step by step, learning the manual pressing before you even start learning how to use the AI. But this one, you said Zadok used the double teaming contain late. But speak on that. What exactly did you see in that scenario?
Okay, so for example, this game is a counter-attacking game. 85% or 90% of goals you see are mostly from counter-attacks. And the reason is because the CMs most of the time go inside and leave a gap between the midfield and the back line. So Zadok's on the counter-attack. No, Guru was on the counter-attack. Zadok's was defending. Zadok's was trying to bring back his center midfielder, and he left his back line. Like a lot of people do it, it's not a bad thing to do, but there's a balance. And the balance is knowing when to switch closer to your defenders. So he didn't switch to cover the pass. He tried to use the double teammate contain, which is double R1, which it works. But the timing must be accurate. But the timing wasn't good, and got punished for it.
It's punishment because I was saying something to someone that I do think that if you give Guru a go ahead in this game, it's almost as if you're signing your death wish because there's a certain way he plays. I've seen him play other gamers, and I want to bring Farouk for example. I've seen him play Farouk, and I've seen other people play Farouk, and there's a certain I won't call it fear. I won't call it fear, but there's a certain level that Farouk has to play to say, okay, this guy actually knows how to defend against me. I think that totally explains how Guru plays, because another thing we noted in this game was how he was tracking the runs that Zadok was making from season 1, episode 8. Zadok was a man that will make sure he will sit down, try and absorb everything you're trying to do. But when it comes to those counter attacks, that man is on it. I can tell you that. So we're really very, very impressed with how he tracked the runs in this game.
Okay, so let me quickly double back to what you said about Farouk and Guru. So this is like some low key. Those guys don't like each other for anything, man. There's serious ego and beef going on. Like us in the gaming scene, we kind of know like anytime it's Guru, Farouk, bro, they don't want to know anything. They don't want to see anybody. Like,
I don't know it's all business.
Man, it's all beef. They don't play. You see, even watch that game, it's so intense. So nobody wants to make a mistake. Everybody's trying to win. And that's just part of the gaming community and being a competitive person. You always want to win regardless of whoever it is. So as for this game, like I will say it again, Guru had to track a lot of runs just because of how Zadok's was playing. Like Zadok's counter-attacks are fast and he uses a lot of directional runs and dialogues to kind of confuse you. And one of the goals he scored, which was the equalizing goal, I think that was my best goal for this. So
the direction twice
bro, it was lovely.
I will still want to speak on you mentioned directional runs into player lock, but how easy is it for someone to master boats and know when to use them, because for me, I'm still even trying to master the player locks. Directional run is not something I really use, but it's looking like that might be so you might have to learn both of them together. Well, for you, what we say is the key thing you need to do for you to be able to master such skills.
So first of all, you want to master anything in FIFA, you have to spam it. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it till you kind of figure out that okay, it works, it doesn't work. That's how I used to learn back then. Anything I see, any new skill move, I'll just keep spamming it till I figure out okay, this is how to use it. Now for directional runs gives you more control on the ball and allows you to pre-plan your attack by moving the player to a certain area, right? While player lock allows you to be in control of the run and gives the AI to dictate the ball holder. That's just the difference. So they are used for different scenarios. You can use one on the wings, you can use one in the middle of the pitch to confuse your opponent. But I'll say you should learn both and just know when to use them.
It's really exciting what you just said, because I've seen players use both and they're like, okay, you know, with player locks, you are once you player locks the player you want to use to move forward, the person with the ball is basically is the AI that is controlling that person. So someone can easily let me mark it. But once you are doing the directional run and you're switching into player lock immediately, it's as if you are messing with your opponent's end at that point.
Bro, like has gone to another level. It's not just.
I want us to move into the goal you spoke about in the 55th minute. That counter attack, the directional run twice to lead to that goal. Would you say it was just a case of there was nothing for Guru to do at that moment and just the brilliance of Zadok?
I would say it's just brilliance of Zadok because he pre-planned that attack very well, and he was very confident moving the ball and very fast.
A fast-paced game, end-to-end game from both players, and in this one, they told us that. Yes. We still have something for you in the locker, and in 65th minute, maybe you say we mentioned bounce back throughout this episode, and we say maybe there was a little bit of luck. But what I would say for this goal is there was a directional run that Guru did in this one to move Lookman in. I think that was what created this space for this goal to come out. So I think he picked something out of Zadok's locker to get this goal. Well, how did you see this whole goal coming into play?
Okay, so the part that is the most important is when Guru gets into the middle of the final third and he's trying to make a decision and Zadok nicks the ball off him. But the ball bounces back. But it's not just that the ball bounced back. He still had to do one or two things to get that shot off, and he did it well. And you need a bit of luck. Like, that's just the truth.
Coming into the competition, luck is always has to be on your side, because we saw this episode, some goals going up, deflections, things that as long as you win, because and this one we've been speaking about the attacks, but Guru was also able to show in this game that yes, while I can be on the attacking and defensive end, managing the game management is also a key fit for him. Yeah. I've spoken to a lot of people in the community, and they say once Guru gets the ball, there's no question in the game.
He can be a rat if he wants. He's good at managing the ball as well.
I think you talk about the beef between Farouk. I mean, maybe that might be another reason why Farouk, because we know how last year a lot of people were angry with Guy Kobe when he came to ratting.
Oh my goodness!
So I think maybe that one is something that pissed Farouk off when he came to his game.
Oh my goodness!
Really interesting one. This that semi-final between that man Zadok and Guru was unfortunately the champion from season 1 episode 8 had to bow out the semi-final stages for this Abuja man to advance to the final against that man they call Mr Oga. There's been a beef because if you know Guru very well, Dutch Okowa is someone who also coaches him from time to time, and Dutch has a certain beef with Oga also. Really? When it comes to Lagos game out. Really? Because when I told you that Oga won was already in the final. I was like, Oga K. He was already rooting for that man Guru to win this one. We speak about the final next as we dive into a year in the match analysis. But as usual, stay tuned. I remember, life is a game. Press play. And when it came to the final, it was that man, Mr. Oga against Guru. It was Lagos against Abuja. One thing that's been around the community. I think there's always a lot of banter because we know, as it is, when they say Lagos is central and excellent, it also boils down to every other thing, not just the city as a whole. People try to say, okay, everything that happens, everything that is good is in Lagos. And this one, we see it in the gaming community that there's that banter that, okay, who actually has the best gamers. But for you, are you backing the Lagos gamers against the Abuja gamers?
I mean, who else will I back? Like, this topic is an argument now. Like, during my own time, there was nothing like this.
Wow.
So the Lagos guys have to literally step up, man. They have
to
shut all this nonsense, Abuja type shit, shut everything down.
So like we're seeing the noisy neighbors now from the Abuja boys.
Abuja boys have level now. Probably putting them on the map like
it's quite interesting because this game from the get-go we saw we speaking about Guru and how his build-up is. For this one in the 70 minutes we saw this patient build-up and it was well calculated. It was basically transition into a chance, twisting and turning in the box for this one. Would you say Oga was trying not to commit a foul year before that ball got to that man Saliba to intercept?
You know, Guru was going down the byline to try and find the tapping, and you have to defend carefully. You have to cut passing ends, and you have to know when to press. And Oga did a good job because he didn't concede, you know. So that's it.
From there on, it was back to back. At the final start, 70 minutes, we moved to the 10th minute. that was a very good counter transition after almost conceding at the other end because he was able to defend the scenario from Guru. But Oga in this one, taking that deflected goal that I didn't mention before. Bukayo Saka taking that ball into the box. And what would you say actually happened with that goal? Is it just a case of bad luck for that one? Because I think the way the ball just even went back into the net, is it that bounce backs don't ever go, or is the game program like that? A bounce back don't ever go back to the person that eventually lost the ball? Because it is actually once there's a bounce back, your opponent has been given a chance to punish you in that moment.
All I can tell you is bounce back favors the one attacking. The guy defending is always getting points. That's what I know from the bounce back. And in this game, Oga was counter-attacking very well. And it was a reoccurring thing actually for Oga. His counter-attacks were very hard for Guru to defend. He scored about 2, I think.
Yeah, 2 good.
Game. Now in this particular one, obviously, Guru plays 4-4-1-1, so he plays box-to-box. Like me too, I play box-to-box. And that particular scenario is very common, especially if you don't do like an offside trap immediately after you lose the ball. But if you don't do an offside trap immediately after you lose the ball, then your opponent gets the chance to start triggering runs and making it hard for you. So Oga made it hard for Guru to defend. Guru stepped up with I think his left back.
Yeah, his left back.
That's when the pass came in. Like I said, good luck. So,
yeah, maybe it is well. As it is, Oga wasn't done in that one because we saw 17th minutes where there was that good trigger of runs into the box 18, making it hard for Guru to even track any of those ones. But at that moment, I looking at it, even watching during our commentation, my eyes were all over the place. I was wondering where is the ball actually coming to, because we saw different things happening. We saw him triggering the LM. Next thing, coming back with Olise to get the ball off to Goycrest, triggering Odegaard, who Oga had on box to box also in that one. Will you say at that moment? Will you say this year's game has made it too easy for people to hit you on the transition when it comes to counter-attacks? So
when you say too easy, do you mean by the tools
Yeah, the tools available
to the players
Yes.
to attack is kind of like
Yeah.
with that I agree on that. Like this game is one of the games that if you cannot counter attack, you will never be good at this game.
I really miss the OG days where
my God.
where it was possession. You know the settings that we used to have. I think it was in possession or possession when it comes to below star. We didn't really have all these people just going up. You sit back and next thing you are hitting on the counter.
In this game.
You
know, they reward attacking more than defending in this game.
Is the attack wins you titles at the same time. You have to think about that one.
But there were FIFA back in the days where
the defense was the main thing.
it was the main thing. The goal scoreline, sorry, wasn't as much as it is today.
I'll give you just a little. There's a match. Oga mates, I'll call that person the fortunate one because that match Oga beat that person 16-1. Yeah, the next one of his league phase game, he was on fire for that one. He killed 16-1. Yeah, during the tournament.
Like, what's going on, like, bro? That's his first time picking up a contract.
Please imagine, please don't get me in trouble. Right? Well, for this one, after that one, we saw a creative corner set piece technique that you noted for this one. I would say it's looking like short corner is the way to go because a lot of people have kind of figured out a way to defend the normal corner kick routine where you have to play a lock to knock the ball down. But this one, is it the first time you are seeing something like this, or because you could say Oga was picking into the Arsenal bag to bring out this set piece routine here?
So there are different variations of set pieces. So for me, what I used to do back in days, when I'm playing online and I see something new, I'll save it and add it to my arsenal. So this particular set piece has been a while I've seen this particular variation. So I'm like, people need to study this set piece because it was quite easy. He missed the chance, but like the ball,
yeah.
I don't think he was offside.
It wasn't offside at all.
Yeah, so
it's just a case of the person he passed it back to was in that position. Because I was thinking maybe he was even going to try and trap it, but I don't think there was much time for him to do that at that moment.
So maybe you could watch the clip and figure out something.
You know, all these games are uploaded, and if you follow our page, PSM_NG, everything that we do here during the journey minutes is going to be there for you to see how these players play. Do you want to be a finalist? Do you want to be a champion? And that's where you can watch all these matches. But moving on to the next one, it was that one. As we see, Bukayo Saka. I'll say Saka was a menace for Oga throughout this game. Even though it was just 95 rated mode, but the wings was where it was happening. For that one, we saw build up into player lock on the wings, and it couldn't be the keeper with the low during shot. But how will you speak on that chance itself?
I think both of them had this set of chances where they fumbled. Precision shooting, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get into that also.
I think the ball went off target. So I'm like, what's going on? Is it like pressure got to them? Who knows?
It's good that you brought up that the precision shooting blunder also, because we saw that with goal building up from the wings. Oga also tracking that one well.
Yeah.
And in the end, he got the chance. And if you guys watch the commentary, you'll see I already shouted goal for that one. What's this with precision that even you as a pro, there are still times that you get it wrong, because their reaction for those two errors in terms of precision, it just tells you how they felt about that chance. What was it that you have to do? Is it that it's not possible that there will surely be those moments where the precision goes off for you?
I think to me that's what separates like the top of the top players. How you handle pressure, your composure, and your ability to stay calm. They're all the same thing at the end of the day. Because normally, I'm pretty sure if they were at home, he's not missing that. But like, this is a tournament, pressure is high, it's final. So therefore, your mistakes tend to show. So I feel like they should work on their composure.
It's very, because once Guru missed that chance, he had to look down. He looked at his pad. So it was actually happening here. There's something wrong with the pad. But moving on to that next one, it was the 65th minutes, and it was a good build up from Guru. So good build up to a goal. It was patient, and the player locks to make Oga think and recycle back to the middle before letting off the shots. Obviously, I feel like the centre backs, he could have tried to use the centre backs to bully him at that moment, but Guru was able to take off his shots just before he could even get Gabriel or Saliba near him at that moment. But did you like the finish, and did you like the whole overall build up for that goal?
You're talking of the player logo.
Yeah, the player logo.
So yes, from Guru, yes, but from Oga, he didn't mark properly. So for someone doing player lock in threatening positions, you could use double R1 and the AI would follow him.
Partial press.
Yeah, partial press. If you feel like you don't think you mark properly, or you're unsure and you don't want to guess. But if you know somebody is doing player lock, you have to know when to try and intercept the pass or when to run behind. And it's a mind game. It's a mind game. That's just the truth. It's a mind game. You never know what the person wants to do.
That one we say, just as if we saw fire lit up in Guru in that one, because the next thing we saw another player leading to go for Guru. I think he did well to confuse Oga for that goal in the 75th minute.
That particular goal, he did confuse.
Yeah, because even before after he did the first player lock to, I think it was Lukman in the middle, tried to move right, left, before taking it to that side, before the double triangle came into effect there, and bang, goal. So in a game where Guru had missed chances, it was looking as if maybe it was going to be one of those days. He was able to come back to this one 2-1. Was it that Oga didn't defend this one also, or but it was just a case of Guru, your attacking patterns worked in this one?
So I don't think he defended the player lock properly. You know, because he should have followed the movement, or try to stay in front of, or don't even allow him to get it there. You feel me? Because like that's the last man, and that's the last defender. You should not be allowing that. So
I should have done better in that one, and you would think that at this point maybe Guru is going to be in control, but Oga is a man, you say he doesn't back down, and we speak about kickoffs always, and we saw this one, good kickoff goal, patient for Oga to even get the ball into ball. I think at that point Guru tried to push up with his centre backs at that moment, where Oga was trying to recycle from the wings, because that pass just went, and you could see the centre back just coming out of that ball. I think if he had just waited,
he read it, but he was too fast. He read it, but it was too fast. Because before the pass came, he already switched course up. He was trying to intercept, but he was too quick at intercepting.
He's looking as if the hands were moving faster on the part at that moment. And from there, we saw Oga getting that goal. It was 2-2. Extra time. This is the second time that Oga will be in the final, and you get to extra time. The first one was against King Nonex. In that one. But extra time is where you think maybe you have to kill things off. And in the 1 minute, we spoke about good left dribbling for Oga to create an opportunity there. He did get the ball, get into the net, but it was in the end the person who shot the ball at the last moment was in an offside position. But that slickery, that movement to move at that moment, I think it was Merino who was on the ball at that moment. So I wouldn't have thought that I've even tried a finesse shot there with him on his left foot. Were you expecting that shot at that moment?
Is it after the left stick?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing to do now.
I wouldn't have taken the shots with the player. Thinking, me knowing that it's Merino, I would have thought, am I taking this shot with this person? Do I lay it off to another person in a better position to get this one off? Well, from there again, while Oga was missing his own, B was at the other end, missing a 1v1. And so I do think, I spoke to you about this before we came on here, about him using Solot as one of his wingers. I was critical about that one because I thought it was too big. There are certain moments where I felt he couldn't really move himself across the wings properly to get Guru his chances. But with this one, was the near post the right move at that point, or could you have gone across the goalkeeper to finesse?
You're talking of the chance.
The 1v1.
Honestly, I was surprised he went for the near post. I don't know why. Maybe even moving the goalkeeper in that particular scenario wouldn't cut it. He should, he has a higher percentage of scoring that particular goal if he went for the far post than if he went for the near post.
You see, I think we say when tournaments happen, and I'm sure you have that kind of experience. Yeah. There are moments in the game that define us.
Kind of second guess yourself or whatever the opportunity is. Sometimes you just have to be okay picking the obvious.
This one, as you said, both players were missing. It was yeah. In extra time, he was looking as if they were firing blanks. But in the 113th minute, we saw a beautiful goal from Oga, and I think this just showcases what the game is as a whole.
Yeah.
There are certain periods where if you lose the ball while trying to attack, there's a way where it should just be your backline that will be behind.
Yes.
Almost every other person is almost ahead of the ball.
Yes.
So, and in that moment, you're talking about Oga being a transition man, and this counter attack was quite worked out properly, if I could say for that one. But how we speak on it in general?
So, in the counter attack, you've noticed Oga was triggering players, and now it's kind of like 4v4 at the point, or 4v3. And Guru has to guess. And in this game, like when players are running in behind, you must anticipate the run. Because sometimes by the time you see the opportunity, it's already too late. And that's an example of what happened. By the time Guru saw it's already too late, the pass has come out and
I want to bring something else in this game. Aside from the 1v1 miss for Guru, where I also see where he lost it was he didn't make any subs in this game. Going into extra time, almost all these players were on the yellow bar, where you could see for Oga, he had a lot of people on the green. So he was seeing Oga had maybe that Bane Venom. He gets into this final after making those substitutions. So I don't think that's something you have to learn from. Experience also is that the Oga, a veteran, you don't joke. He did tell us on one of those episodes that he's going to pick up his slot this season, and he did. So he's actually him. You can say in this one. That's the final. It was a good, interesting one. Episode 6 had everything to offer us here at the Nest. This match analysis has been very, very, very impactful in terms of knowledge from this man teacher. I did tell you he's a certified EAFC coach. So reach out to him. He might be the one to lift you up to the next levels for you to improve in your game. He also has some clips that he also posts to also show you guys how to battle in the game and show your skill on this level of EAFC. We'll be bringing in more thoughts when it comes to other things that will be happening here for the remaining episodes on our social media page. We're updating you guys how it's going to be for episode 7 and episode 8 before we do have that one to be the Night of Champions, the grand final, where all 8 champions will come and compete at the Nest. We'll be giving you further information on those ones. We're looking to do all this before even the game comes out for the new game, so that we are in line with everything. But as usual, imagine before I let you go, we were speaking about the World Cup before.
Yes.
So far, who are you really chipping to win this one? We know France is the obvious favorite, but do you have a bias pick?
So first of all, I'm a Ronaldo fan. Right.
Young man, if you why is it? No, see, 2 million.
First of all, like I'm a Ronaldo guy. You feel me? Obviously, I have. I support Brazil as well because of Vini. Yeah. I support France because of Mbappe. So, but if Portugal wins, like I'm happy. If France win, I'm happy.
As long as Argentina don't win, we're all good. We're all good. Yeah. It's good. It's good here in the studio. We'll be telling you guys how it is. This one we also saw those guys, Guru and Zadok. Zadok also one of the people who also activated that non-Zadok initiative. We can also tell you guys if you're outside Lagos, if you feel that you have that talent, just email us ahead, because you also have to provide your receipts of traveling to also say, okay, that this is what you spent. We'll be refunding you at least part of those transportation fee as part of, as long as you get to the semi-final. But as usual, it's still here at Phoenix Sports, and it's PSM. Remember, life is a game. Just press play.